Hi everyone, this is Dustin Stevens. In this video, I will show you how to sync the ELC Shared OneDrive folder to your computer. I'll also go over some important considerations when using a synced folder, so please be sure to watch the entire video. By syncing your computer to OneDrive, you will be able to access and use the shared folder just as you would any normal folder on Windows. You can double-click on items to open them, and you can copy-paste items in and out of the folder to your desktop. This creates a similar experience to using our old L drive, and you will likely find this to be a very convenient way to access content in the folder. But before you sync your computer, there are some important points you need to understand. First, what happens when you sync to OneDrive? All items on the ELC Shared OneDrive folder are stored on the internet, on the cloud. When you sync OneDrive, your computer becomes linked to the OneDrive folder, and a copy of the contents of the folder are downloaded from the cloud onto your computer. When someone makes changes to the folder on the cloud, for example adding a file, OneDrive updates the folder on your computer. And when you make changes to the folder on your computer, for example if you add something, OneDrive sends those updates to the folder on the cloud. What this means is that you will have a copy of the OneDrive files on your computer. If you lose internet connection, or if the OneDrive application crashes, you will still be able to see these files. But OneDrive will not be syncing, so any updates that other people make to the cloud will not download to your computer, and any updates that you make to the folder will not upload to the cloud. So, how do you know if your OneDrive is syncing? It's very important that you know how to check if OneDrive is syncing and updating correctly. You can do this by looking at the file and folder icons. If you see a green check symbol, this means the folder or file is synced and updated. Your OneDrive is ready to use. If you see a blue syncing symbol, this means that the folder or file is currently being synced and updated. You will need to wait for the updates to finish before you can safely open the item. If you see a red X symbol, this means there is some kind of error with that item, and you will need to take steps to resolve the problem. If you see a folder or file without any symbol, this means the item is not synced, and that you are only viewing the copy saved on your computer. You are not viewing the updated version. Any edits you make to the file will not go to the cloud. Any content you add to an unsynced folder will also not be added to the cloud. If you see a folder like this, check your internet connection and restart your computer. Essentially, you want to make sure you are using OneDrive files and folders that have a green check symbol, which indicates that it's synced and updated. Wait if you see the syncing icon, and don't use it if you see something else. What about synchronous editing? One advantage of using OneDrive over the L drive is that OneDrive allows for synchronous editing. That means multiple users can edit the same document at the same time. However, this only works on certain versions of Office. The browser version of Office and Office 365 allows for synchronous editing. Office 2016, which is installed on most computers in our office, do not always allow this feature. So it's important to understand that opening Office documents, such as Word, Excel, or PowerPoint, may disable synchronous editing of that document depending on the version of Office installed on your computer. This means you may lock out other colleagues from being able to open and edit the file while you have it open. To avoid this, you can right-click on the document, select View Online, and then edit the document from within your browser. The last point I like to make is that the safest and most reliable way of accessing OneDrive is on your browser. If you ever have any issues with the synced folder on your computer, you can always go back to the browser. To view the browser version, just right-click inside the synced folder and choose View Online. So let's summarize these important points. First, syncing the OneDrive folder will download the entire folder contents to your computer. Second, you can only safely access files and folders that display a green check symbol on their icon. Third, open documents that require synchronous editing using Office 365 or by right-clicking on them and selecting View Online and editing them in the browser. Finally, default to the browser if you have any problems. Now that we understand these points, let's go ahead and sync the shared OneDrive folder. It's very easy to do. First, open your browser and find the ELC Shared OneDrive folder. You can find the folder in your Shared With Me section of OneDrive, or by opening the link on the ELC's EdTech Wiki. Make sure you have the main shared folder open. It should say 00 ELC Shared OneDrive at the top. At the top of the page, select Sync, and then select Sync Now. If any other windows pop up, select OK or Open Microsoft OneDrive. When the sync window opens, you can select which folders you want to have synced to your computer. If you want the entire folder, make sure Sync All Files and Folders is selected, and then click Start Sync. You may have to wait a few seconds until you see any activity. If you have Windows 10, you should get a notification at the bottom right of your screen to tell you that you are now syncing the folder. Click on the notification to open your File Explorer. A Community College of Qatar icon should appear in your File Explorer menu. Open it and you will see the ELC Shared OneDrive folder. Open it again and you will see the files and folders download onto your computer. Remember that the blue syncing icon means that it's still updating. You'll need to wait a while for everything to sync. On your taskbar, you can click on the OneDrive icon to see the files and folders sync. Once the blue syncing icons change to the green synced icons, you know that your OneDrive is connected and updated. You can now start using the OneDrive folder. Don't forget that you can always switch to the browser by right-clicking on any icon or folder and selecting View Online. Remember to do this for any documents that require synchronous editing if you don't have Office 365 installed on your computer. If you want to create a shortcut to the folder on your desktop, go back to the Community College of Qatar, right-click on the ELC Shared folder, go to Send To, and select Desktop. And that's it! You now have the ELC Shared OneDrive folder synced to your PC. If you want to learn more about using OneDrive, visit our wiki. And if you want to stay up to date with our videos, subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.